right, we're back for a special edition. Our next guest is going to be a regular on the show. I'm thinking of giving him like a chair and a regular, and we're just going to see him all the time. And there's a really good reason for that, right? And I'm here with Skip Schenker from Ready for Remodel. And Skip, we did a show not too long ago, really introducing Ready for Remodel, and I can tell you, the more time I spend helping you guys out and sort of in the environment, the more excited I get about where this goes for helping agents, for helping customers, for doing more transactions, for illustrating what the house could be, for setting up and this is what we're going to talk about today a little bit. We're going to get into the budget part of it, right? Lean into the budget part a little bit, but I want this show to be about agents. I want agents to really, really, really get their arms around what this means for them, particularly when you're selling homes that are in less than desirable condition or fixer uppers or handyman special, our favorite buzzwords, right? But Skip, why don't you tell everybody what Ready for Remodel is, who you are one more time, introduce yourself really quick, and then I promise you won't have to anymore because you're just going to be a regular on the show, right?
All right. Well, hey, thanks, Sean. And I really appreciate this opportunity. Let me make sure my mic is down there. There we go. Um, yeah, so I did my first renovation loan in 1994, and I've been looking for ways to simplify the process. And so, fast forward now 30 years, we created a tech platform that uses AI to help buyers visualize what that house could look like when it's remodeled. We use tech to estimate the actual costs to do the remodeling that people want to do when they're buying these older homes. Put, energy efficient windows in, remodel kitchens and bathrooms, paint, flooring, roofs, all these things that older homes really need. And then build a mortgage that's affordable for the people that are buying it. So it takes the purchase price plus the remodeling budget, less whatever down payment they're comfortable with. And it tells them what their payment's going to be. We don't quote interest rates, but we give them a sliding scale. And it really empowers the home buyer to go out there and find a fixer-upper and feel confident that they have a team and they have technology that's far beyond really what investors have when they go and buy these homes and do fix and flips. So we're encouraging home buyers to buy these fixer-uppers, and instead of buying it from a fix and flip guy and paying top dollar for it, they get to design it the way they want, and they get to keep the equity, or the what's profit for the fix and flip guy now becomes equity for these home buyers.
So that's a really good explanation, right? And I'm still amazed at the gap between the knowledge of buying a fixer upper. If I'm a first time home buyer, just a buyer in general, and I'm online looking for houses and I see the cash only or investor only, on a house that's in a neighborhood that I want to be in. There's people who just walk by that and like, oh, it must not be for me. It must be for cash only, and I don't have cash only, so I can't buy that house. Of course you can, and this is the environment that makes it really palatable for you to learn how and to be able to use it as you're out shopping, so you get the homes that, to me, are some of the best opportunities, particularly for first time homebuyers for affordability, is getting the money to buy the house, getting the money to renovate it, and the distance between what you spent and what it's worth, you get to keep as equity, right? Which plays out like almost every HGTV show you've ever seen, right? So that's what we're selling here. And this tool just makes it so easy to do so. And I want you to open it up one more time. Now you guys have made some really good developments with it, but I want to show, and I'm really talking to you agents out there, right? Because I tell you, part of my fun thing to do is like my second career is to look up ugly homes online, and like find them. And then I called the agent and I go, you got this house listed here in 123 Main Street. You know that you could sell this to someone other than a cash only investor, which is an audience like this big, right? And you can sell any home in any condition to anyone, which is an audience this big. Let me help you. And this tool is so awesome for me to be able to help them do it, and I want you to pull it up, and let's walk through it one more time and maybe talk about some of the enhancements that you made and some of the cool things that you're doing with it.
Sure. So, Yeah, and you know what, Sean, we need to do, and I'd say we, meaning the mortgage industry, needs to do a better job educating real estate agents that this type of financing is available because real estate agents are losing opportunities. In fact, I talked to a real estate agent the other day. I did the same thing. I'm just like you. I like to go and look for fixer-upper houses, homes that are sold, that's listed cash only. And I had a really, I mean, for me, it was really disturbing conversation with a real estate agent. And she said, "Hey, Skip, I've been in this business for 35 years, and I will tell you that there is no bank that's going to do a loan on this house." And she hung up on me. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." So don't be that agent. And
Mm.
then what's interesting also, I had a call today from a buyer that was referred to me that found our site, and she told me, she said, "Skip, I fired my real estate agent because she said that house we had to pay cash for it." And I said, "No," and so she was tired of educating the real estate agent on what's available, what she could do, what she can't do. So don't get fired by your buyer. And this is there's no easier way to learn how to do a renovation loan than to just play with it on our site. And so, Sean, I know you like to put me on the spot, so I'm gonna have you find one of those ugly houses, and give me an address. This could be any address in any state of the country, and we're going to go to what I think is the most popular part of the site, which is called Found a Fixer. So we're going to click Found a Fixer. So you can go to any of the big sites out there, search for fixer uppers in your city, and just plug in an address.
Okay, so I found one here in, let's pull up 114 Grant Avenue, right there in the bottom in Moorestown, New Jersey. Not to be confused with Morristown.
All right, so we're going to hit import, and as it's importing, it's pulling in all the public information about that property. So it pulls in all the photos that the agent listed. It pulled in the bedroom and bathroom count. I could see it's a two bedroom, two bath. It's 831 square feet. And automatically our AI is going to generate a visualization of what the home could look like. And later on, any user will be able to play with that as well, and I'll show you how that works. But there it is, brand new, nice and clean. It looks like they've got a nice stucco,
Well, the
new
shrubbery
roof.
looks better for sure.
The shrubbery does look good. So, okay, so you found a fixer. It could be down the street, could be across the country, wherever it is. And so the first step is visualize your space. So we have right here, select an image, and it looks like there's 21 images. So we can find, um, I always like to go into the kitchen. That's kind of my space that I like to play with. So we're going to let AI know it's on the interior and it's a kitchen, and we'll give it a style. Um, let's give it a Mediterranean style and see what happens. So this usually takes 20 to 30 seconds, and it will generate a design, unlimited. Really, it's an unlimited number. So this is what it looks like now, and that's what it looks like with a Mediterranean look. And you can see it's beautiful. So now I can go in and I can say, you know what, I'm not crazy about that flooring. So we could say, dark wood floors, dark wood flooring, and see if it changes it to dark wood flooring in a Mediterranean motif. Nope. It just changed the tile. So you never know what you're going to get with AI, but it actually changed the pattern of the tile.
Yeah.
And so um we could take any one of these pictures, bathrooms, living rooms, um, fronts of houses, back of the house. Let's go in and take a different view of this house. Let them know it's the exterior, and let's take. It looks like it's still the front of the house. Let's make it a modern farmhouse. Take out this prompt. Oh, it didn't like that. Let's go back to a regular farmhouse. I don't know what I've had. For some reason, we had some issues with the modern farmhouse. But so that's what it looks like now, and that's what it looks like as a
There
modern
you
farm.
go. That's actually a
Yep.
pretty good rendering there. You
Yeah.
know, the visualization tool is just really, really cool. I think the magic starts to happen when you get to the budget.
Yeah. So the next part is estimating your upgrades. So, looking at the pictures of this house, um, oh, let me go here. We can say, we can start to determine what kind of investment that we want to make in this house. So tell me, Sean, do you think it needs some exterior paint?
Yes,
Okay, so we'll choose better exterior paint.
which
What
is
do you
the
think
middle
about
grade.
the middle grade? Yeah, so we have under quality, we have this little question mark, and it describes what that is, what good is, what better is, what best is. And then when we look at each item, like replace windows, what does that include exactly? So here it is, removal of existing windows and installation of new windows does not include patching or repairs. So what do you think about Windows? Does it need Windows? Maybe.
Maybe. I'd put down as good on Windows.
Okay. So and you can see good is about 5,800. Better is 8,900, and best is 12 grand. So we'll just stick with good for now, but it just shows everybody where the different cost breakdown is based on the quality of materials that they're choosing.
Different price points, yeah.
Yep. Kitchen remodel. Maybe we'll do a little work in the kitchen, update the appliances
Sure.
and stuff. Exterior doors.
And the floors and walls on the inside, look like they don't need much work on that.
Yep. And
Good on the interior paint, I would say. And
okay. Lighting, roof. How's the roof look? Think we should replace the roof?
I would say, yeah, let's do a good on the roof there.
We'll do good on the roof. There's another 7 grand. Interior doors look pretty good. Flooring looked, you want to do good on flooring?
Sure. And that bathroom, there's two bathrooms in here, so I'd probably want to better or best on those because it's all about kitchens and bathrooms.
Yep. So let's see what better looks like. And then again, under bathroom remodels, it's all the bathrooms. So it includes all. So better is 18, best is 35, for bathrooms. And so now you see we've built a budget of 81,000, and we have soft costs of 12,000. We have a little description of what soft costs are, and we know it is, but not everybody knows that 10% of this budget of this 81,000 or $8,000 is contingency reserve, which is extra money in the budget in case something goes wrong during construction or there's a surprise that might pop up. We can also include, we can finance mortgage payments in this, and there's inspection fees and permit fees if they need it, can all be built into the soft costs. Okay, so next step is build a payment. How do you know if this is going to be affordable for you? So the list price is 315. Our remodeling budget is 93,175. Our total acquisition cost is 408. So depending on the down payment, we can say, hey, you know what? This property's been on the market for a while. It's kind of ugly. I'm not going to offer 315. Let's offer 300 and see what the numbers look like. And you'll see over here on the monthly payment, it gets adjusted. Um, and so our down payment, let's say we're going to do a conventional 5% down. It it relates it into a dollar amount, 19,000.
But you could also drive it as a dollar amount too, right? So if you say I
Absolutely.
only got 10,000
Yep.
to put down, you can use that.
Yep. I got 10 grand. That's only 2.54, so that's not gonna be enough. But let's say they get a gift from their grandpa or grandma and they get 50 grand, and that's 12% down. So you're right. They can either put a dollar amount or a percentage, and it gives them the percentage and the dollar amount there. And then depending on where the rates are in any given time, their FICO score, the LTV, all those variables that the buyers will have to speak with the loan officer like you or I, get them qualified, and then figure out what the actual payment's going to be. So it lets them know what their payment's going to be, not including mortgage insurance. So mortgage insurance is on top of that. And so one of, the next enhancement is, generating the report. And so what I'm going to do is, just to speed things along. Well, I guess I'm in the midstream, so I'm going to go ahead and share this. So what this does is, let's say I find this house and I do these designs and I have a budget. I'm comfortable with it and I want to share it with my partner or my parents or our friends. And so we can share these pictures that we designed. We can share our budget. Here's the budget that we designed. And we're putting some numbers in here and we're letting people know our motivation. Are you ready pre-approved? Nope. Next. And we're going to say, no, thanks. And we'll say that we're not ready to talk to a lender. But if we said yes, then we'll get notified. If you're a real estate agent, you'll get notified that there's a buyer that wants to take a look at the house. If you're a loan officer, you'll get notified that there's a buyer that wants to get pre-approved. And so now we've got this report. We can copy it here with this copies the link, and then we can email that link to anybody. But what's cool is in the report details, it gives us a breakdown of the scope of work that they want to do.
That's so cool. And look, let's spend a minute here because I wanted to really bring this up. I mean, the idea that you're going to get a good, better than good enough ballpark figure for what it's going to cost to do the repairs that you selected is amazing, number one. And number two, it gives you that window of allowance, if you will. So you could meet with a contractor and say, look, I hit the better on that kitchen and it gave me a $36,000 number. What kind of kitchen can we redo with 36 grand? And that contractor is going to go, okay, cool. You can pick out these kinds of appliances, this kind of floor, this kind of thing, right? So that's the intent here. Is not to say that what you're going to pick out is exactly that number, but the allowance is going to be what we call feasible, quite likely to be done for that price with the right materials, if that makes sense.
Yep, absolutely. And yeah, so what's cool is we can actually download this report into an Excel spreadsheet. Um, Maybe it's up here. Oh, there it is. Download the report into an Excel spreadsheet and share that. Share that with our realtor partner, share that with the consumer, share it with the contractor. So now they have a detailed scope of work of, let's see where that's going to be. There it is. And so, yeah, so it's got the all the details, and I'm not gonna put it through our report generator, but we have a way to streamline this and have it so it's a lot more organized. Maybe I will do that.
Yeah, do that because while you do that, I want to kind of let the audience know what this really means and how important this step is, right? Potentially when it's push button and all these things you chose end up in a line by line, really informative scope of work estimate or bid, right? That is just minus the professional who is going to do it, gives me the ability as the lender. Now we get to the lender side of this, to order an after improved value appraisal ASAP before we in fact have a home improvement professional, right? There may be some edits that have to happen when the appraisal comes back, but this is good enough to get my appraiser to go, okay, I see where you want to go with this. Here's what the house would be worth if you did those things, right? And to realtors, what I really want you to grasp here is part of the challenge with renovation lending is getting to the point where we have a good enough representation of what we want to do to the house before we order the appraisal is what takes time, right? But what we just did was take that time off the table, and the minute the customer can go in and pick these out and then add the things that have to be done. So maybe there's some not so sexy things wrong with the house that doesn't show up on his report. Like you got to fix the brick out front, or there's a boiler that's broken that needs to be repaired. You can add that to the report that you generated, and bam, I'm ordering appraisal right now. Right now, up front, that adds to the speed of it, because what realtors fear about renovation financing is extended timelines, right? And a lack of understanding about the process. Well, we just took all of that off the table, man, right? And let the customer drive and give us an opportunity to get, record closing times on these things.
Let me just take my borrower's name out of this so we don't see it. So here's a sample of what it generates. And
How
again,
cool is that? Scroll
yep, there
down
we
a
go.
little bit. Let's take a look at.
So this first section are the bathrooms, and you can see how granular the estimate is. So this is something that we can hand to the contractor. And like you said, hey, can you do this work for this price based on these budgets?
And these are really cool labor and material allowances, that really let you squeeze your project into the budget, generated. So this is amazing, because now I can use this again to get my after improved value before we even have a professional chosen.
Yeah, so that's one of the things, and we've been knocking our brain for years trying to figure out how to streamline the process to get more user acceptance across the country. And one of the barriers has been it takes too long to close a renovation loan. And you and I know the reason why it takes so long is because you can't order the appraisal until you have a bid from a contractor. And so now instead of waiting 3 or 4 weeks to get an accurate bid from a contractor before you order an appraisal, this allows us to order that appraisal right up front. So now we can consistently close within 30 days or less.
Skip, this is amazing. And I'll tell you what, I'll do a little bit of and realtors don't hate me for saying this, but when you are pushing buyers away from renovation loans, you are limiting opportunities for both parties, for both your seller and your buyer. Your seller's not getting the highest price because primary owner occupants pay a lot more than investors do on average, right? Your buyer's not getting what they want because they have to find a house, spend all their money on down payment and closing costs, and they don't get to put the reno in the 30-year fixed mortgage, which makes it as cheap as possible, right? So it hurts your potential to do more business. You really, and we just took the hard part out of it, with it filtering the property that is through the Ready for Remodel site so that buyers can get in, play around with the budget, play around with the scope of work, and for fun, play around, with the visualization, of all the kitchens and bathrooms and rooms. Skip, this is incredible. And I'm telling you, this is going to turn the tides on the way people feel about shopping for not just fixer upper houses, but houses in general, because they're perfectly good, houses out there where people just want to remodel it to their liking. There's nothing wrong with it, except it's just not your taste, right? So this is good for that as well. And I'm really excited about taking the next step and seeing you guys get the bid process built in there. But already this value is incredible.
Yeah, thank you. And for real estate agents, look, it's the beginning of 2025. What are you going to do different to generate business for yourself? How are you going to separate yourself? And look, this is cutting edge. This is AI. I don't think there's any other companies out there that are really promoting buying fixer-uppers as your first-time house instead of relying on an investor to go in there and buy it and fix it up and sell it and pay for it at top dollar. So this is really a value proposition for real estate agents to separate yourself. We're talking about lifestyle. These buyers get to choose the color of their carpet, the quality of the appliances, the countertops, the things that are really going to make a home a reflection of who they are, where they can thrive as a family. You're going to help be the conduit to transform that house into a house that these buyers want. Not only that, there's less competition for these homes. These homes are sitting on the market. A lot of them are sitting on the market for over 60 days. So when you have a house that's sitting on the market for 60, 90 days, you got a motivated seller. And when you have a motivated seller, they're going to help you. They're going to pay closing costs for your buyers. It's going to make it easier to get in. So less competition, greater lifestyle choices for your home buyer, and it's financially uh, much better for the buyers to buy it and finance these repairs when they're buying the house instead of moving in and then doing a little bit here, a little bit there. It's hard to thrive in a house that's in mid construction. Let's get the house done right away, right before they move in. And we just, we're working on a new add to our program. I don't know how long it's going to take. It might be a second, in our second release, but just comparing the savings of buying a house with a renovation loan, even though you're getting that a rate of about 0.5% higher, anywhere from 3/8 to 0.5% higher, the monthly savings is huge, even on a $30,000 kitchen remodel that's on a credit card. I think it's what
Skip,
three.
you just teased our next show right there. That is the topic to really compare to what I call dangerous post-closing, unsecured, in most cases, to your point, credit card debt, right? Compared to getting the renovation loan and the 30-year fix. Folks, agents, the takeaway here, stop turning buyers away from life-changing opportunities. What are you doing? All right, figure out a way to do this. All right, that you're going to get more deals, you're going to get more customers, more happy customers, you're going to sell more homes, right? And you're going to get buyers who get exactly what they want. Number two, use Ready for Remodel to expand your market and close more deals. Find me, find Skip out there, right? We'll be happy to get on the horn with you, teach you how to get your properties in, teach you how to use the site, teach you how to share some scenarios with customers. All right, Skip, as always, amazing. Thanks for being on. Get your seat warm. You're going to be on a lot more often in the future.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And look, together I think we can really make a difference and help transform these older homes into homes that people love. It's a reflection of who they are, and they can thrive, save money. And by the way, how many homes are over 35 years old in the country, Sean?
65% of America's housing stock was built pre 1990, right? 1990, as I like to say, I bought my first home in 98, and carpet and Formica countertops were totally okay. You ain't getting away with that now. You ain't getting away with that now.
Anyway, hey, it's been great. Thanks for allowing me to share Ready for Remodel.
Not a
And
problem. Folks, don't be afraid to like the channel. Don't be afraid to come back to the renovation rundown. Check out what we're doing here. Agents, this one was for you. This one was a easy layup on the first business day of 2025 to help you plan to do a whole lot more business. Skip Schenker, Ready for Remodel. I'm Sean Thompson. We'll see you guys later.